For decades, traders everywhere have been looking for the ultimate trading strategy. Question is, does something like this even exist? And if so, what exactly is an ultimate trading strategy? Hi, this is Lode with Black Bear Dog Trading, and as always, welcome. I'm glad you're part of my team. So what is an ultimate trading strategy, or what is an ultimate trading system? What would it comprise of? Well, few things come to mind. For one, it would be able to trade any hour, any time frame, any, in my case, Forex, any currency pair under any condition. It would be volatile, highly liquid, there would be momentum, weak trend, strong trend, sideways, you name it. In addition to that, it should be auto-adjusting to everything that is needed to make that system really reliable. And with auto-adjusting, I mean it should determine on its own whether or not the market is volatile, and if so, lower the risk, or if it's less volatile, increase the risk, set the stop loss a little tighter, because less volatile market doesn't move so much, and you can get away with having a tighter stop loss. It should automatically adjust lot size, take profit. It should monitor spreads so you don't get overcharged. And it should accommodate slippage so that you have the least amount of slippage so you can get filled immediately at the price you requested or as close to as possible. An ultimate system would be a system that is basically adaptable to any market condition. Now, there are three particular types of trading that I know of, and they are divided as follows. Scalper, someone who trades 1 to 5 minute charts, makes quick in and out, small little profits, and does this multiple times a day. Then there is the intraday and swing. I combine them into one, which is 1 day, a little bit longer, and that is for someone who's a little bit more relaxed, wants to have a little bit bigger profit margins, or at least aiming for a little bit more profit, and wants to be in and out of a trade 1 day, 2 days. And then there is finally the trend or the long-term trader. That's an individual who goes in and basically his trades can run anywhere from days to weeks to months. One system that can do all that, automatically adjusting itself, that would be the ultimate trading method. Does something like that exist? Is it out there? And if so, can you get your hands on it? Because what good is it if a system like that does exist, but you are not the one to be able to use it? Well, you're lucky you're here today, because I got a surprise of a lifetime for you. The ultimate trading system does exist. I have it, and I'm going to give it to you, free of charge, 100%, no strings attached. By now, if you've been following my videos for a while, you know that's how I operate. I 100% absolutely firmly believe in giving back. It's my way of showing gratitude for the tremendous blessings that I continue to receive every day in my own life. Yes, you heard me right. I do have the ultimate trading system. It's my own system that I developed over the course of several years. Took a lot of work, a lot of effort, a lot of research, a lot of planning, a lot of programming, and I might as well add quite a bit of money too, to get it to the level where it's fully functional, where it does everything that an ultimate trading system should do. It's auto-adaptive, where all the parameters are automatically loaded up based on market conditions, on time frames, where specific currency pairs are being recommended for trading. It tells you about liquidity, it tells you about confidence levels. I have that system. And if you indulge me, I'm in a little trade right now. I'm minus $2.16. I don't know if you can see it on the screen, but I'm going to go into that now, and I'm going to go over it with you a little bit. So you see exactly what it is, how it works. And yes, I'm not joking when I said earlier, it's yours for free. You owe me nothing. The only thing you owe me is that you actually use it. And you want to become a successful trader, there is no more excuse after you download this tool, this system, and apply it. One catch, it only works on MetaTrader 4. I don't use any other trading platform, and that's what I programmed it on. That's what I've tested and debugged it on. So yeah, only MetaTrader 4. So let's get into this, and let me show you a little bit how this works. But before I do, let me shrink myself down a little bit here. So here we go, and let me put myself out of the way, maybe up there somewhere. I can always switch myself around. What you see here is the whole system. This is the ultimate trading system. I actually call it the scalper because it started off as a scalping method, a scalping bot that I then over time expanded on and added to. But this is a full-fledged, professional-grade ultimate trading system that allows you to trade scalping, that allows you to do intermediate intraday swing trading, and it allows you to do trend or long-term trading. So how does this work, and how does the system know that? Well, it is, as I said, auto-adaptive. By default, it has a bunch of parameters stored. They come in by default. Those are the parameters that the system will take, and from there it will auto-adapt and auto-adjust. Right now, it knows by the time frame you're on whether or not you're in scalping mode, whether you're in swing mode or trend mode. And as you can see right here at the bottom, it will actually tell you that. I'm on day 1 right now, or on the daily chart, as you see right here. So I'm automatically in trend mode, and automatically my slope, which is the bend of the EMA, is adjusted, as well as the level of my RSI. It gives me the best currencies to pay, currency pairs to trade during a trend mode, and as well as currently what the confidence level is and what the liquidity level is. And then it has additional little extra features, a very small little info panel. It tells you what session that we're currently under. It gives you the time until the next bar starts. By the way, this entire system is based on closed bars. I've said that so many times in the past, but I keep repeating it. I firmly believe traders who try to make it on live bars that haven't fully closed yet, are looking for trouble, are asking for trouble. There is no way that you can make any logical sense, any historical conclusion, any proper data analysis basing your decisions on a bar that hasn't closed yet. It's still bobbing up and down like an apple in a bucket of water, or like a dauber that they use to tell the fishermen that they caught a fish or not. It just dobs up and down, and there is no way that you can make a logical, realistic analysis with that kind of a bar, when 1 minute it's high, 2 minutes later it retraced, and now it's low, and so forth and so on. Again, this entire system, as is all the trading I do, is always based on closed bar, because closed bars give us historical data, actual data that has happened, that can no longer change A closed bar can no longer go up or down or sideways. The high can change, the low can change, the close can change, the open can change. I mean, on and on. It's set. And so that is what this system is based on, and it's very important that you realize that. And if you are not used to trading, making your decision on closed bars, I highly recommend that you start doing that. You will see a tremendous benefit in increase in profitability and understanding of how markets move and the potential of markets in the future. Although we do not make predictions, it's all based on historical data, historical facts. So again, closed bars. So at this point in time, the little my system knows that I'm on the daily chart, and so it automatically adjusted everything accordingly for the daily chart. Even the EMA that you see drawn on the chart is automatically drawn, and the parameters, as you see at the bottom here, are automatically adjusted. I also have automatic stop loss and take profit settings that, while you can change them simply with when you see the double down arrow, drag it up or down, there you go, it'll change on its own. The same here. Let me take it, there you go. There we go. It automatically adjusts, automatically readjusts the price. I mean, it is completely 100% adaptive to whatever the market calls for. Then I also have a button on here, E active. EA active means that right now the system is doing its analysis and see what conditions are in the markets right now. But if I click on this, it'll become EA paused, and it tells you right on top here as well that trading has been paused. What that means is that right now, let's say there is a sudden news that came out of left field somewhere, totally unexpected, that has a major impact on currencies right now. You can click on the pause button just like that. It holds the system. All analysis stops. The computer, the trading system will no longer do anything. It'll just sit there and patiently wait. Yes, price will continue to move forward because that's submitted by the broker. But as far as the system itself is concerned, stop. You don't run any risk of all of a sudden being in a losing trade because all of a sudden prices shoot in a direction that you have not accounted for. When everything is quiet down and everything is back to moving slow and normal again, you can simply click on EA. It automatically reactivates, and it tells you right here that it's reactivated, and everything here will now continue where it originally left off, and everything behind the scenes will automatically get readjusted again. So I also have stop loss, support and resistance. Simply click on it and it will automatically draw the highest support and resistance levels. I have to shrink it because I'm on a daily chart. So this shows me that the low here is definitely not the low. We're sitting in the past somewhere further down, but the high where I have my take profit level set is definitely sitting at a high right now. So again, it does all that all automatically adapted. To turn it off, click just hide and it disappears. Then, as I said, all parameters that pertain to the type of trading that you're currently doing are automatically loaded in the system and adjusted accordingly. I call them presets. And let me show you what I mean. I click on presets right here, and there a little window pops up. It tells me clearly I'm in the trend day 1 to week 1, and it tells me everything that the system is currently working with. It tells me what my risk percentage is, how much my maximum spread, what my daily profit target is, my daily loss target, if I have a drawdown, my minimum stop loss in pips, my minimum take profit in pips, the RSI, I mean, it goes on. It's all auto adjusted. And I'm going to show you this, that I'm not just talking. I'm going to prove to you that it auto adjusts by changing time frames. So I can simply click hide to clear the chart, and so I have more viewing room. And I already explained this window here, as well as the settings of the fast MA and the slow MA. Now let's say that I'm in an open trade already, but let's say I want to go to swing to scalping. I simply click on the 5 minute, and now everything got adjusted. Well, the chart, because I shrank it down quite a bit, I will have to basically, yeah, that's what happens when you move. Let me try a different time frame here, and then I go back to the 5 minute maybe now. Well, it doesn't really matter. That's an actual glitch in MetaTrader. When you have bars, you jump from higher time frames to lower time frames. Anyhow, I go back to the 5 minute as I mentioned, and again everything gets adjusted. Now, as you see, my fast MA went to 13, my slow to 34, my liquidity is 60, my session is at 50, my confidence, and it pops up new currency pairs that it recommends I should trade as a scalper. It tells me that I'm scalping. Automatically, the information here also got adjusted for scalping. And if I now were to click on show presets, you see right now this got adjusted. My risk was 2% under the daily, it's now 1%. My maximum spread was 6, it's now 2.5. My target on the daily profit was 10,000, it reduced to 1,000. Everything is automatic. If I were to go to swing trading, which is usually 15 to 30 minutes, I'll take 30 minutes for argument's sake. Here we go. I have a little, now you see again right away the EMAs got redrawn and the parameters got reset. Fast EMA is 21, slow EMA is 55. Here again, this adjusted now, liquidity 80, confidence 75. New currency pairs recommended that I should trade, and it tells me I am now in swing. And the time frames recommended for swing are 15-minute and 30-minute chart, and it now also auto adjusts the slope and the RSI. Again, the slope is the curve of the EMAs, either up or down. The stronger the curve of the EMAs, the greater the likelihood that it will continue in the direction that it's going and possibly even form a new trend. Yet again, let's look at the presets or the auto loads that it generates, and here you see risk went from 1% to 1.5, spread went from 2.5 to 4.0, daily profit went from 1,000 to 3,000. Everything automatically adjusts, and this is the ultimate trading system. Now, I'm rushing through this because if not, this video would just be much too long. By the way, it also has the ability to do auto trading. If I go to my user settings, and at the very bottom here, I have where is it? At the very bottom. Here we go. Enable manual trading. It is set to true. If I were to set that to false, then now it will automatically, as you see, auto trading is turned on. The buttons of sell and buy disappear, and the computer will automatically do all the trading for you. And when I say automatically, I mean it will set buy level, take profit, enter an order with the predetermined lot size, with the predetermined risk, with the predetermined take profit and stop loss, all auto adaptive to market conditions. By the way, as you see, our session now got updated. We're now heading New York to Sydney, and that is a slowdown. and we now get different currency pairs recommended. As far as that is concerned, currency pairs the system recommends does not mean you cannot trade any other currency pairs. The system is only recommending these currency pairs of having proven historical data to be better fit to trade certain sessions, whether that's New York Open, London Open, Tokyo Open, whatever have you. So the one thing that this system does is it trades 4 main sessions with overlap. And the 4 main sessions are London, New York, Tokyo, and Sydney, and with the 4 overlaps. So London, New York, Tokyo, Sydney, Sydney, New York, and that is it. And according to that, it will make all the recommendations again. So as you see, let me go over this a little bit now, real quickly. Right now, my spread is at 1.6. Since I am trading as a swing, my max spread is 4. So if the spread goes higher than 4 while I'm in an active trade right now, that won't happen. But if I'm not in an active trade yet, meaning I don't have an open trade just yet, and the system detects a possible entry, but the spread is over 4, then the system will not take the spread. Even if you're in manual mode and you click on buy or sell based on the recommendation that the system gives you, it will not take, because it will not enter the order, because see here I pop up the buttons again and it's automatically set to manual mode, and the system will not enter because of the fact that the spread is too high. It's a risk management to prevent you from losing more money than you should. Here it automatically calculates the slope, which again is the direction of the EMAs. I have a threshold of 6, which I'm well under, which means in this case, this slope here isn't too strong, and we'll have to wait and see, even though it entered the trade, which I took, but we'll have to wait and see. It's more like we're in a flat market than anything else. RSI, sorry about that. The RSI is also automatically adjusted. Buy and sell levels, you have to fall in between or under, and at this point we're at 48.4, which the buy level should be at 52, and the sell level should be below 48, meaning we are just above the sell. We're kind of in no man's land. Cool down. What is cool down? Cool down is a feature that you don't find anywhere. What it does is it absolutely prevents you from going berserk, especially when you're scalping. You see so many traders who scalp, they just click one after another, in, out, in, out. I mean, it's like they're possessed by some evil demon of some sort. Trade, trade, trade. And that's not how you manage your risk. That is an absolute 100% grand recipe that any chef would not want in his kitchen, because it's a total recipe for disaster. So a cool down is automatically calculated by the system, and it's based on parameters that are preset, and I'll show you in a second here. Let me see where this is. Spikes and whatnot, that's fixed up. That's the EMAs. Also, the system has drawdown protection, so you have 4 levels of protection in here. You hit your daily target of profit, the system will stop trading for the rest of the day. 24 hours will have to pass until it trades again. The same if you hit your loss target. System won't trade anymore. Your drawdown, if your drawdown, which is automatically adjusted based on whether or not you're swing, scalping, or trend trader, once your drawdown is met, system will halt as well. You have a choice to make 1 open order at a time or 1 open order per symbol, not more than that. In other words, if I set this, which I have, to 1 order period, that means I have 1 open order. Any other order that the system may find that could be a potential order will not be entered. If I set this to false, then the system knows that it will allow open orders, one per symbol that I have in my watch list, but no more than one. So where are we with this is take profit? Here is the cool down. The the cool down works as follows. If I have 3 consecutive losses, and you set the parameter to whatever you want. I like 3 because 3 seems to be the magical number. You don't go berserk that you have too many losses. It's something that mentally you can grasp and emotionally doesn't devastate you. Then cool down kicks in. Cool down for 15 minutes will not allow you to trade. And until 15 minutes have passed, there's no trading happening. It gives you a chance to calm down, slow down, take a deep breath. I mean, you've had 3 losing trades, one after another. Relax for a bit. And that's a particularly useful feature to have when it comes to scalping. But it is also automatically adjusted to swing and trend trading. And again, I'll load up the presets and you'll see for yourself. The default is 15 minutes. There's also the feature of overriding closed bars. Even though I hammer that you should never change this and leave it at true, you can have this set to live bars. If you set this to false, the system will then only examine the current bar that is yo-yoing up and down. You're asking for trouble, but it's there. Some traders like to trade on live bars. It makes them feel alive, I guess. So the feature is there. Personally, I never use it. I always trade only on closed bars, and I highly recommend you do the same. Then there are a few additional settings like my default risk, my default slippage, my default spread, and so forth and so on. So as I said, let's go back to the cool down again. It is set to 15 minutes default for scalping, but I am now on the swing position right here. So if I look at my preset, it'll show me that my cool down just jumped up to 60 minutes. That means for an hour, is 60, right? Yeah, 60. For an hour, I cannot do any trading. If I operate on a 30-minute chart, that means 2 bars that I have to be patient. And it's done intentionally. It's done so that you relax and calm down. And after all, that's what trading is all about. It's patience. It's patience. And the system tracks whether you have how many losses you have, how many wins you have, and whether they're consecutive. In my case right now, I had 0 loss. I have 2 wins for today, totaling 68 bucks. So that's right now where I'm at. System knows. As long as I keep winning, there is no cool down, and the cool down will stay, just say that it's ready. Once I have 3 consecutive losses, the cool down will change to waiting, and you have to wait until the ready pops up again. Again, it's a risk management feature to help you manage your emotions and your mental well-being so you don't go berserk, because the potential to go berserk is very, very high. And you can talk to any trader who has been there and done that. It's not a pretty place to be. Most traders lose a ton of money and are emotionally devastated. Don't allow that to happen. So let's see what my cool down would be when I go to the daily trade and now I become a trend trader. And let me check my presets. Now my cool down went right here to 1,440 minutes. I should actually divide this by 60, which is roughly what? 2 hours, something like that. A little bit over 2 hours. Let's see. Yeah, 2.4 hours. That's the delay that I will have on a daily. Now remember, 2.4 hours cool down period that you can no longer trade, at least not with this system. You can always go and use a different system somewhere else, but with this system, you will not be able to trade if you're a trend trader for at least 2.5, let's say, hours, if you have 3 consecutive losses or whatever the level is. This is, again, to protect yourself, and 2.5 hours of no trading in a daily scope, which is 24 hours long, is nothing. That's only 1/10 of the time that you actually could be in a trade, and yet you get the chance to calm down. Also, it auto adjusts, as you see, my risk percentage as well as my potential loss if I were to meet that risk percentage. Know that this number here is the entire loss. It doesn't mean that's the actual loss. Let me draw this here so you actually see that. This is the stop loss I'm set to. If I let this trigger, I lose $139. The system calculated that if I auto allow this to go auto, it will potentially go to $218 in losses. So, and again, it's auto adjusted. If I move to where am I here? If I go to 30 minutes or 15 minutes, you see this adjusted. If I go to 5 minutes or 1 minute, it adjusted again. So it is all automatic. And yes, this system is 100% yours free. All you need to do is go to my website, blackbeardog.com. Scroll down to the bottom of the page. It's called The Scalper, and you can download it from there free of charge. Again, it only works with MT4, and I have no intentions of going through the massive headaches of rewriting and retesting for different platforms. This system has been years in the making, and it's my own private trading method that I use here every day, that I rely on every day, and it allows me to trade fast markets, slow markets. It allows me, if there's a very good strong trend, I mean, I don't need to go back and forth for different strategies. I have it all right there at my fingertips. Same bot does all the things I wanted to do. Basically, 3 different types of trading into one system. So is this the ultimate system? I believe it is. Download it, install it, play with it, work with it. Please be smart. You try it out on a demo account first until you get familiar with it, of course. A PDF file that explains how the system works and whatnot is included with the download. Read it, get adjusted to this, and then you tell me if you think this is the ultimate system. For me, it is. I am a full-time trader. It's what I do for a living. I only trade Forex. I cannot afford to have crappy tools at my disposal. I need things that I can count on, that I know that work, that I know are reliable, that I can trust, and that get the job done. And by getting the job done, meaning make me money. Let's just be honest here. So anyhow, this is it for now. Again, you can download this scalper. It's my holiday gift to you. It's the season for giving after all. Beware, there is a timer by December 31st or January 1st of 2026. The download will no longer be available. So anyway, I said enough. I want to wish you all a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are. And as always, thank you for being here, and stay safe, and God bless.